I turn 40 next year and I am sick of being a wimp. I'm sick of being scared and I am going to be brave to get out there and achieve what I want to achieve. What I mean by this is that I started this YouTube channel 12 months ago. I had a little bit of a break, but I started it so that I could help women feel good about themselves, so that I could give them tips and tricks and information that they could implement in their own wardrobe, in their own day-to-day lifestyle, to help them feel better about themselves, to help them grow their confidence so they could stand tall and take on their day. And even though it is, it is built with good intention, I still have this terrible imposter syndrome, I suppose I should say, that keeps creeping in. So I'm just going to tell you all of the things that go through my head with my imposter syndrome. So if I say it first or if I put it out there, it will take some of the power away from it. I am a stylist, but I don't have an amazing wardrobe. I moved to the States with my husband and our 2 little girls 2.5 years ago with a suitcase. So I've had to build 4 wardrobes from the ground up. I have terrible mother's guilt and wife guilt when buying things for myself, but I have absolutely no problem buying things for my kids and my husband. So as a result of that, I don't have a wardrobe full of designer clothes. I buy from Target, I buy from Zara, I buy from other, places that I feel comfortable spending that amount of money on myself. So I think I get worried that, because all of the clothing I use in my video, it is from my wardrobe, so it starts going through my head, like, your clothes aren't great, women are gonna see that you're using the same stuff all the time and they're just going to think that you're crappy and that you're not a very good stylist and blah, 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 blah. I had a lovely follower ask for a wardrobe tour to show how I organise my wardrobe, and I was like, oh no, I don't have a glamorous looking wardrobe. I don't have a wall full of designer handbags lined up. I have, half the wardrobe I share with my husband. Anyway, it's not glamorous, but I'm going to be brave and I'm going to do that wardrobe tour at the end of my next video. I don't have a great figure, so putting myself in front of a camera and drawing attention to it, freaks me out. There are a lot of things. I love clothes, but I don't follow trends to a T. I'm not going to Fashion Week and I'm not up to date with all the latest and greatest, quality high-end designers because it doesn't fit in with my lifestyle. I don't have a glamorous lifestyle. I even thought, I'll wait till I've dyed my hair before I do this video because we've been in Australia and I missed my hair appointment and it's really grey. But then I'm like, but that's just feeding into the idea that I have to try and be as perfect as I can for you to take what I say seriously and to believe that I know what I'm talking about. My skin has broken out from the flight and I've got to wait till that clears up till I do my next video. But I think that I can help you more because I live your life. I'm a mum, I'm a wife. I don't look all put together every day. Probably 80% of the time I look pretty terrible and I'm just doing my day-to-day. It's when I go out to work or I'm going out that I then put effort in and get dressed up. So I think, I went to a networking event and I went and on my own, there were 600 other women, and whenever I told them I was a stylist, they pretty much screwed their face up. I think there is this idea that I criticise what other people wear and that I, look put together all the time, and it's so far from the truth. I love fashion and I love clothing, obviously, but it's almost secondary to just using them as a tool because I love building women's confidence more That's the kind of end goal. That's the thing that drives me, and that's what has driven me since I was 24 when I went and studied personal styling. And like I said, I'm 40 next year. It's something I'm really passionate about. I want to be able to reach as many women as I can, because I know what it feels like to feel like shit, and I know what it feels like to feel less than, or to not want to go somewhere because you hate the way you look and you don't have anything to wear, or, you know, just walking into a room and putting yourself out there, like how terrible that can feel if you don't feel good about yourself. I know how that feels, but I also know how I can use clothing to help relieve that and help me put on a brave face and get out there. And I want to be able to help you do that. And this is, at this point, this is the best way I know how. I want to be able to reach women that can't afford, or it's not a priority to have a one-on-one personal stylist, because I think that all women deserve to have that knowledge. They all deserve to feel good about themselves. So, you know, I'm just an everyday person. I don't have an amazing wardrobe. I don't have an amazing figure. I don't have a really glamorous life, but I know how to make you feel good, and I'm going to try my hardest to achieve that. So if this, you know, if this sounds like something you want to be a part of, like, please subscribe and please ask me questions, because I love, you know, I love answering questions, and I love hearing what you struggle with so I can help you. If it's not something that you're into and you want something a bit more glamorous and, you know, a bit more kind of out there, then absolutely, like, just keep going, because that's not what I'm about. Anyway, I've put all that out there so then to try and feel more at ease when creating these videos, because I think I put myself under a lot of pressure to come across a bit, I don't know, just a bit more kind of glamorous than I am, and I'm not. And I also want to put it out there, so if there's something that you really want to be achieving and you have these inner voices, you know, and beliefs that you've created that are holding you back, just fuck it, like, just be brave. Just be brave and fake it till you make it and see what happens. Anyway, that's me for today, and I hope that this helps. I hope that you come along for the journey, and I will see you soon.